Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast, episode 436. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinson.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, to 436 of the Gamecast. We have some interesting, Switch news. We got some Star Wars stuff tonight. Corey's favorite Switch game may or not be happening. It's a rumor, but we'll get into that in a minute. What is that game? We don't know. Corey will know. Well, it's not his favorite Switch game, but it can be. It can be very easily, Corey.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into what I've been up to first. So I'll kick us off, and I will mention the fact that I've been playing my Switch. I've been playing a lot more Wargroove. The game got to the point where it's frustrating sometimes because you're like,
tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Oh, good. I feel like that I have to send sacrifices out at some point in there because like you have to slow move it, but you have to search. So like if you make one wrong search, you're like, oh, well, they're screwed, and like you're not going to go save them because you can't stretch your units too far. But you have to see the map. But anyways, so I got
more. I mean, you can't crack an omelet without cracking a few eggs.
The worst is like when you make the wrong move 45 minutes in a mission and your hero dies, and you're like, that happened today.
Do you have to start all over?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that happened today, and I was like, that whole mission was restart, and so I didn't turn the game back on. After that, I took a break, and I started Diablo III.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and that game's so much fun. Oh God,
did you do a season character?
I don't know. I did my wizard.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can choose between like a seasonal character or a non-seasonal character. There's no point not doing a seasonal character, but
I didn't even see that in the options. Well, can I change it now?
No.
Oh, why?
You have to start off brand new. Just a seasonal character, you have challenges to do. And stuff.
Oh, see, I might as well just do that. Yeah, I've done this. I don't care about the story. I'm skipping the scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
I haven't done the story. Don't even do the story. Why even doing the story? Just do the adventure mode.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I have to restart this whole thing again. So I'll be starting again tomorrow. But the game controls actually really. Don't worry. It's like the 30th time for Diablo 3 for me. But
I mean, I've started multiple characters. So
yeah, I had multiple characters on PS3. I had multiple characters on PS4. I'll have more, and I had a character on PC before I quit on that stupid game because that was before Reaper of Souls. And then this one I'll do it again.
The only difference is that you're in the season, like the seasonal character gives you the ability to actually go for those challenges or achievements, whatever, and then you get rewarded for accomplishing them all. And so you get like different pets, and sometimes you get pets or wings, like cosmetic stuff, and then portraits, and also an armor set, which really helps out for endgame stuff a lot of times.
Yeah, I'll be restarting with that, and might as well. Yeah.
So just like different things, like kill this person on level, like torment.
Oh yeah, I did that in the PlayStation 4 version. They had that. They had that, right?
I think right when we were stopping is when they started.
Yeah. So I'll do that when I
reboot already.
Mm-hmm. I'll restart that, but I got to say that it's really cool to play Diablo 3 handheld. Like, yeah, it's amazing. Like, I'm just like,
my favorite way to play is with the Joy-Cons off, like just by themselves. Like, I actually enjoy it more than the Pro Controller.
That's interesting. I'll have to give that a try
because it's not like a twitchy game or anything.
No,
no. It's more just like planning what you're going to be doing, and then
the game. It's not a lot of planning either. It's more like just walking around. Yeah, it's more about just different.
More and more guys. I got to keep this streak alive.
Yep. So the kill streak's really the key. But So it runs great. It looks great. Even like I said, it runs on handheld and it's awesome. So that's really pretty much it for me. Mike, how about you?
I played a few things. I played some more Apex. It's still okay.
You played so much of it. It's not your favorite game?
No.
Why? But you play it all the time.
50 million
trying to make him play the game
with you.
No,
your friends can't make you do anything, Mike. You have your own decisions to make.
No, this is like what I do when they're on. I'll play that game. If they're not on, I'll play something else. Oh. I'm not going to ever play it by myself, though. Ever. So yeah, that was fine. I did get into a little bit of a. My one friend who plays it seriously, he made friends with other players. So he just played with. He has these like people who, to me, are random people. To him, are like people he's played with a bit. Come on. So when I was with him, we partnered up with this other guy, and this other guy's like, "Oh, you can't be caustic. His gas hurts me." I'm like, "No, he doesn't. His gas. There's no friendly. I don't know much about this game, but I know there's no friendly fire with a caustic's gas." But this guy was convinced he was getting hurt by it, and yeah, that was fun. Anyway,
well, you don't get damaged by it, but you still can't.
You'd also be affected by the.
Yeah, I know. Well, you can't see, just like you can't see with
it's
Bangalore's gas and stuff like that too. But whatever. Anyway, then I also played more of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is still, yeah, it's pretty good actually. I didn't want to get into it right away because just this summer I played Origins, but it's good. It's very similar, but it's a little better for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why it's better.
Theme, man. It's a theme.
I guess. Actually, the story in Origins is like just really depressing and kind of like one note, and like in this one, it's a little more optimistic. I think, like you're sort of chasing like your child's killer the whole game in Origins, and like it's just sad. But this one's a little better. So that, and I played a little more Mario Odyssey.
Mario.
Stop it.
How he says it.
It's a me,
Okay.
Mario.
This is America.
I don't.
America.
Mhm.
America.
I say Mario. Mario. I don't even know what I say now.
I don't know what I
flip
say
flop,
either.
honestly,
I flip. I do.
It's-
I do either. But
It's
yeah,
Mario.
I got a
okay.
few more. I got a few more things done in that. So yeah,
Moons.
that's it. Moons or stars, as I will call them, no matter what.
Yeah, cool. All right,
That's it.
Corey.
Let's see. Mostly just Apex Legends. I'm excited. Well, I played more Division beta because that open beta was this weekend.
Yes, yeah.
I do really like that game, and I want to get it.
I want to get it, but since the butt coming on,
But Destiny just dropped their latest content drop, and so I'll probably be full on that. So that's gonna satisfy
They got you
most of that stuff for a while.
It's
I mean, I've already paid for that, so
Yeah.
might as well.
All right.
for me, honestly, like if Destiny's expansions were free, that would be the pinnacle of that genre.
They do offer a lot for people that don't have the expansions. So.
isn't it like $20 for the everything right now?
I mean, everything's on sale all the time, so yeah.
I thought I saw like on President's Day weekend. It was like
Normally, I
$20
think it's
for-
40, but it was like definitely $20 at one point.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But like I said, they do offer a lot of stuff for people that don't have it. Obviously, there's not everything because why would you buy it if you didn't? But yeah, no, I think it is worth if you're a fan of the series, it's definitely worth the money. You're getting a full year's worth of content for 40 or less.
Cool. All right. Tony, what have you been playing?
Let's see. I finished up the Xenoblade 2
The side story.
Golden
thing?
Country
Yeah.
of Torna, which was super depressing. Oh my god! Like,
Well, the way the things I know
Yeah.
about this character is like,
Yeah.
how else is this gonna end?
exactly. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of like a Star Wars Rogue One thing, where it's like, well, we kind of already know where this goes.
Many
So it's like-
have lost like their lives for this.
Yeah, but like you take that and plus like you mix in like, I'll just say like the
I know
rise
that
of
was
Darth
on
Vader,
purpose.
where it's like, oh, this guy is a pretty cool hero character, and then like this shit happened. It's like, well, look, I'm not saying I agree with what he does after this, but I can understand. Like I totally understand where he's coming from. And it's one of those things where just like it's super fucked up too, because like that you beat the end boss and it's like, yeah, we did it, like all this stuff, and then it's like quickly goes to shit. It's just like, oh, we paid the price for this, and it's just like, you get fucked, and you get fucked, and you get fucked. You all get fucked, and like that's literally it. And it's just like the credits start rolling. You're just like, okay, like I'm not sure if I'm all right, but yeah, it actually made me go back now. I'm playing the base game because it has like a bunch of that the season content that I never got around to because.
Oh, I still got like an email with that, like all this like stuff, like hey, come back to the game and like we'll give you all this like
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, exactly. And the thing was with a paid DLC, you get like I don't know, like 20 legendary cores for like the blades. And I'm like, all right, let's see what I get. And like the first one I got, yep, the first one I got Telos, which is like the other chick, and then the second one I got a generic one, and the third one I get Cosmos. I'm like. Seriously, like I must have opened up like over 100 gems to get this fucking character from Xeno Saga.
You know me and grinding. I think I put in like well over 100 hours in this game. I'm not like I'm at the end. So I'm going to finish it. That's one of my goals here. And yeah, obviously every time I open, I'm like Cosmos. No.
Yeah. But I was like Cosmos, and like now I'm just like reading her abilities. I'm like, holy shit, she seems so overpowered. So
there's a reason everybody wanted her for.
Right, exactly. And like this isn't like video game, but they just had one fest in Japan, and they actually showed off that they're making a statue based off her new design in the Xenoblade 2.
Oh shit!
So it's like pretty cool. It's like, well,
for sale, that type of thing. Like,
yeah, well, like they showed off the sculpt, and like, down the line it'll be for sale. So I did that, and then I've been going back to Easton, and my brother was talking shit recently. Because he started getting into Bloodborne, and he's like, "You can't beat this game," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I can beat this game." So I started playing Bloodborne again, and I'm towards the end, but yeah, there's some boss in that game where just like, "Fuck this shit!" Like this one boss, I must have died to.
Your channel your inner Jim.
Well, there have been a couple times where it's just like, this is frustrating as hell because like. For better or for worse, anything can kill you in this game. Like you cannot underestimate any single enemy. Even like the first 2-3 enemy types you meet in the game, if you're not careful, like they can just like crit you, they can backstab you. You're just like, and you just blame yourself because it's like, well, obviously I'm gonna kill this dude first and not pay attention to the little shit behind me. And it's like then he just gets a crit on you, staggers you, and then the big guy hits you, and you just die. And you're like, that really was my fault. It's like that was my fault. Like I should have respected you and killed you first instead of doing this. But there's this one boss where like she's a giant spider. No, to begin with, she doesn't even outright attack you. Like everything else in this game fucking outright attacks you. She is like, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like she's not really good, but she is because she's fending off a worse evil. So like, first of all, she's a giant spider, and it's fucking creepy ass looking. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have seen Bloodborne, but like everything is just fucking disgusting looking in this game. And you go to this lake, and she's just there, and she spawns like 12 spider ads, and you're just like, okay. Now the ads will attack you, but she won't attack you until you take away a third of her life. Then she teleports away, and she's like, all right, fine, I got to defend myself. And you would think like, oh, well, what does a spider do? Like, what does a spider have for attacks? Like webbing, venom, poison, that kind of shit. No, she's a mage. She's a fucking spider mage. And like her first move, because she teleports far away, and she just like looks up, and these fucking comets come raining down from the sky and just like home in on you and just like explode. And it's like the first time, like I had no idea what was happening. It's just like, it just killed me right there. I'm just like, how is this fair? Like most everything in this game is like melee oriented, where it's like they rush up and you gotta like dodge.
Shield, bitch.
Yeah, so whatever. It literally took me like 2 to 3 dozen attempts, but I beat it. I'm close to the end. It's fun, and it's scratched that like challenging itch for me again. I think the last game I played in that vein was like Hollow Knight. So I might be getting Sekiro, Shadow's Eye twice later this month, and
Activision.
Yep, exactly. And I actually picked up Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Nice.
Because it was $20 at GameStop, and I had plenty of credit. I was like, you know what? This one seems fitting for my first Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'll be playing that this week.
It's not not terrible.
Yeah.
Cool.
Review.
So, I realized we forgot to mention something on the movie cast, and I want to just lead off with the news on this one. Is we got our first full-on images of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yes.
And I completely forgot. We have to talk about it in this episode.
Do we know if they're real or not?
Yes.
Yes.
You don't believe them?
What's there to believe?
That's their promo images. That's Sonic the Hedgehog, man. That's it.
That wasn't the promo images. That was like a leaked internal document, I think.
No, it's all done from like what they were going to use for their banners and their posters.
I think it was like a marketing pitch or something.
So yeah, that was going to be on their. Oh geez, what was it? It was I'm pulling it up. Hang on, give me a second. Oh, that was their. Oh god, he looks terrible. Oh, oh god, I can't stop.
Is it a train wreck terrible where you can't look away, or is it just like
it's gonna be their? It's their marketing ad design. That's their marketing ad design.
Yeah, but it's like a leaked document though. That's not necessarily the finished product.
You're just holding out hope, Mike.
No, you're right.
No,
Mike, it's not the finished product because it looked like the other one had bigger calves.
No, the other one looked more like
muscular,
more like realistic. This one looks more cartoony, but still bad.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it might be a little different than what it's going to be, but it's still bad.
If you
it's bad
just
no matter
take
what.
away, if you like black out his face, I think it's the same.
I don't know. I think the other one looked a little bit more dude bro.
No, just
I
cover
got
his
a little
face.
more dude bro vibe from the blacked out image we got from before. I don't know, but it looks terrible.
I just don't know what they're going for with this.
Yeah, I don't know. So I thought we had to mention that, but we'll see the trailer's coming soon. That's coming out November of this year.
Okay.
It's happening whether you like it or not. So.
Yeah, this is one of the cases where I change what my stance is that something is normally better than nothing. Nothing would be better for this.
That's gonna be a bet loss kind of watch. I can see it happening now. I can see this happening. This is in the making. A future bet movie right here. All right, let's kick it off with game news here. Anthem. Anthem's console experience is so bad that Sony's giving refunds for their game.
That's not exactly what's happening.
So people are requesting it because of the latest bugs and glitches that were flying around, I guess, from it. So they were requesting refunds from Sony.
No, on the PlayStation 4, apparently, there's a glitch that can brick the PlayStation. So that's why they're asking for refunds, and some I think are allegedly getting them.
Yeah, well, I think they have a return policy where they're allowed to do that.
I would say in good faith, Sony should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how bad does this look back on BioWare if they're giving out refunds?
I mean, yeah, bad.
You don't want your game
to brick a system. No,
here's
that's
the
not
thing.
good.
I get home. I get to work this morning. And the first thing I do is let me log on Twitter before I start my work. Let me just pop on real quick. And the first thing that came up was somebody asking Casey Hudson to reassure him, some random guy, reassure him that they're not going to drop support on this game, and they're going to release their content as they planned. And I'm like, first of all, first of all, you're going to get, yes, we are. Second of all, why would he tell you anyways? Yeah. And so Casey hasn't responded back to him saying, yes, we're going to support this game for years.
Well, then you know what?
Gospel.
Cancellation confirmed.
Gospel.
That he didn't answer. So I guess that guy got his answer.
He did answer. He said, we're going to support this game for years.
Oh, he did answer.
Yeah, he did answer.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you said didn't.
Oh, no, he did. Yes, he did. So, yeah, I don't know. But the game's a mess right now. Every recommendation I've seen is to wait on this game and until they finish it. But the game's done. So I don't know.
It's an ongoing game, Jim. It's never done.
No, I know, but I think that
it got released, Jim. It was not done when it got released.
It should have been.
There's no way you could tell me that it was done.
They should have just put beta behind it, like Red Dead Online.
Early access.
Beta
early access.
You have no excuses anymore. You can release something early access and say to full launch release in fall. How about that?
EA.
Yeah. So I don't know, but all right. What else we have here? We've got Halo Infinite is confirmed to be a spiritual reboot and will be at E3.
What does a spiritual reboot mean?
So I don't.
We have spiritual successors, but so it's like a reboot in spirit, but not in like practice.
Well, I think they just got so far away from what Halo was that now they're kind of.
That's what they're saying.
Like, I mean, I didn't even play 4 and 5. But like even with I liked Reach, but like with the armor sets and stuff like that, I was like, this isn't really what I want. And I heard they took like some Call of Duty stuff too, with like I don't know. What
I did play a bit of 5 recently.
I played all of 5. I played all of 5, and the original purpose of Halo, the Halo ring and stuff, never enters into the story once, and I'm just kind of like, that's kind of. I always thought that, like, why not have to go back to that? Like, why not have that? You know,
again, with all things Halo, I'm not even talking about the single player because who cares? I'm talking about
People care.
the multiplayer aspects of it. Really, that's what I mean. Like, where you're right, the Call of Duty like perk stuff sort of infected it.
I mean, they had it, but so I don't know. I think
the RPG elements in, man. People
I think it's best. I think it's best they do this because I do feel like they've kind of moved into a different direction they shouldn't have. So we'll see what they do with Infinite. Infinite is going to be one of those games. I think it's going to be games as a service kind of model. I think it's going to be a growing world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
so
virtually.
Then how much can it go back to what Halo was? It won't. It will still be more of the same. They'll just lean into it differently, but it'll still be more of that sort of.
I think you can get us. I think you can get them. Like I said, just how about get back to a Halo?
I don't think anyone cares about
Halo.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That'd be great.
I don't understand where you come with this, Mike. Because like, I'm pretty sure we talked about how like one of your biggest gripes of this generation was how there's like no local co-op games, and Halo was like one of the best.
Sure. But that was competitive for me. Not like I didn't do the co-op with that ever. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like when people say it's away from what Halo used to be, they think of how the multiplayer like sort of combat like function, not the storyline involving planets or planet.
When you're talking spiritual reboot, I'm looking at that. They're talking about the story of it. Like I'm not.
I don't think it has anything to do with the story.
You think about the story? Okay. I'm talking about the story.
I don't think that has.
Mike, you tell me that if the next Halo game doesn't have some of the multiplayer modes that the 5 had, that people are going to be happy about that? Because some of the new multiplayer modes are the best things about Halo 5. There's no way they're talking about multiplayer when they say in spiritual reboot.
Sure they are. They're going to change. Like
there's no way that they're not going to have that big battle mode with like the ads and the cards and stuff.
Well, that's what I figured. Like, how can they change it otherwise?
They're going to have that. That's what I mean. Like, that's why when they're saying that, I believe it's more story based. Like the multiplayer stuff, I don't think they're not going to take stuff away. They're going to add stuff to it.
So what they're really going to do is just get rid of the B team or whatever, the Luke Cage
It's the same team. It's still the same team.
No, I mean the way there was 2 separate squads in the story, that's what they're going to change.
Oh, well, it's all going to be focused on Master Chief.
Sure. I think so too.
So
you got to do that. I mean, nobody wants to play as somebody not Master Chief.
So, tying into this, we have more Xbox news. What was the thing posted in our general chat? I didn't even get to really read it. So you're going to diskless Xbox One S?
Yep.
Is that what we're getting?
Yep. All digital.
Going full digital. We're getting this before the next gen consoles. This is current gen. Do we have a price on this?
Xbox One digital only? What was it called?
SAD or something like that. SADE.
Oh, the SAD. Xbox SAD.
Yeah, Xbox SAD.
They didn't really think about this name too well, did they?
Let me see. All digital edition.
So the Xbox Maverick console with the Xbox One S all digital. Wow. Pre-orders in April. Do we have a price on this yet?
No, but I mean it has to be cheap. Like, because why would you go with this unless it's significantly cheaper than?
Do you think like they're at one? Isn't the S $199 right now, or is that $249?
It was for the holidays. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
In any case, okay. In any case, I think $149 is the launch price for this.
Yeah.
So, an Xbox One S for $149 is pretty good for them. Granted, it's all digital. Didn't the Wii do this? Didn't the Wii have this in Canada?
No, they had no. It was still.
What was the special thing they got in Canada?
No, they did. They got it. We got it too. North America got it.
We did. I didn't think we got that. Okay.
But it just removed the GameCube ports and
I thought it removed
one of the other connectors.
I thought it removed the disc for some reason. I don't know why.
No, because I mean the Wii didn't come with a hard drive and
you're right. I don't know why I always thought that. Oh my god! When I saw this, I was like, didn't we do this once?
Yeah, no, it just removed the GameCube ports, like the controller ports, and I don't think it could play GameCube discs.
Yeah, all right.
For that reason.
All right, so they're going big at E3, so we're gonna get some news from them. I'm sure soon. Obviously, E3 is coming up, so we'll see. What else do we have on news here? We have. I'm not gonna get that one. Corey's gone right now, so let's talk about Oh, Corey's back. All right. So the rumor here is, Corey, that Persona 5 S will be coming this fall and will be coming for the Switch.
I mean, I think when Joker was announced for Smash, it was like
a given.
like that, like, hey, we're gonna open this door. All you have to do is step through it.
Yeah, it's like,
that's why I put it on here, because I think that the news is obviously true. It just, we don't like to talk about.
I have to say, like, the rise of the Japanese gaming industry itself with the Switch, like, it's like the tides are rising, like all the boats are coming together with like the tide, like the
rising tide
of Switch. It's like, yeah, I mean, let's just like go at it. And
I'm psyched for this. Like, I never played. The only problem I have is I wish I could just play plus mode immediately in this game.
Yeah.
But
and hopefully with this one they come around.
I'd like to see like a golden version of it. Like add a character, add some stuff to it.
Yeah, so that's actually the interesting thing is not for this rumor, but for the Smash Brothers Ultimate. Somebody who's known for going into the code and like finding like just snippets of data that aren't fully there, but just like, they comb for that kind of stuff. They found some of the Joker data, and one of his, like, it lists like, his like whatever, like costume A or whatever. But then for costume B, it's named something different. And I think it has in Japanese, it has a feminine connotation to it. So people are speculating that it's going to be, you're going to get male Joker, but also female Joker, and that the hook for the Crimson Edition, whatever it's called, will be that you can play through the whole game as a female character this time, because that was one of the huge things with both Persona 4 Golden and P5 that people, the hardcore fans were disappointed with, because Persona 3 Portable had the option to play as the female character, and she was actually really popular. She got into PQ2 in the dancing game recently, and she's one of the fan favorite characters. So there's rumor of that.
I mean, nothing would make me nothing would make me happier than playing Persona 5 on my Switch while I watch Sonic the Hedgehog the movie.
There it is. Corey, I will join you in that. I will be there right next to you for that, because it'll be free for me because I'll have the movie pass. So I'll pay for that ticket and I'll play Persona 5 right there. But
again, like if they do like the golden thing, that'd be great.
I really hope so. I felt like that game I never obviously 100%ed because it's tough to do in the first playthrough, and I enjoyed the game quite a bit, so I really want to go back and play it again. So, and I still have my steelbook for it. No game, but I still have a steelbook.
Why would you ever give that up?
Nah, awesome steelbook.
Great steelbook, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome steelbook. So,
but I would play through it again if it was like a new playable, like the female version of the character, and there was like maybe other stuff.
A little bit. They gotta add something.
Right. They gotta add something to it, whether it's a new palace or whatever, and even quality of life.
Yeah, but quality of life would be great. But even if they don't, that would still be a big boon for them. I think just of how popular Switch is, like, why wouldn't you? Put it out
and this is exactly why I made that bet, Corey, because I tried to paint like, dude, they sold like over 1 million something copies on just the Vita. The Vita. And it's like now they don't have that, and you're not going to get the same amount of double dippers if you just release Persona 4. Or Persona 5 Golden on PlayStation.
Yeah.
I mean, you get some sales, but like it's not the new hotness. And now that you get the Smash collaboration, like it's ridiculous. And like the thing is, it's funny too because like it works both ways. Because my timeline, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, like I have people that are like Smash fans that like had no interest in Persona, and I'm like, yeah, if the Persona game comes to Switch, I think I might try it. It's like,
that's what you do. That's exactly why it makes so much sense to have him in
vice
there.
versa. I have friends that are Persona fans that are like, Joker's in Smash? Well, guess I'm getting that game then. It's like, yep, fucking got you. Like, got you, bitch. Got you.
Yeah. So, let's see what else we have. Pokemon
there is also, they put out a survey saying Persona 6, where do you want to see it? And Switch was one of the...
All right, Switch, it'll be out there. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield were announced last week. We had that 7-minute Nintendo Direct, and we got to see our first look at the proper Pokemon game coming.
Whelmed?
Yeah. My only question, and am I wrong? Am I wrong? Does it look like random encounters, Tony? Does
It looks like random encounters.
Absolutely. I don't think you cannot have random encounters.
But they just fixed that. Pokemon. But they just had that.
They didn't fix it, Jim. The thing is, you knew all the Pokemon in that game. You knew them already. This is a new game, new Pokemon. Discovery is a big thing with that, and then the randomness of that. Like you don't want to see the Pokemon before, like on the
no, but like what you're right. Okay, that's a good point too. I do like that point. Are we getting a lot of new Pokemon in this game? Do we have any details on that yet?
No, but
we're getting.
I'm sure
we're gonna get new
Pokemon game.
I mean, I don't know. I was hazard to guess that it's gonna be like
if there's 100
new Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, it probably could be. Yeah, so I just, I was watching. I'm like, I kind of bummed that wasn't in because I like that aspect of Eevee and Pikachu.
Absolutely, yeah. Like the quality of life aspect you just said. Like,
but you're right. You're right though. Thinking about it, like you have brand new Pokemon. I mean, thinking about it that way, that does change the way you look at it.
I mean, the other thing is too, and again, I'm not defending it because I really did love that system where it's like, I just can fight the ones I want to fight.
Fuck you guys, I'm out.
Yeah. But the thing is, you have to remember that Let's Go was aimed primarily at the Go audience, at people who and you actually have to consider there are millions of people, kids and adults, that their first experience with Pokemon was now Pokemon Go. That is. Yep. So that was their attempt in
as much as I hate
them to buy it.
As much as I hate to admit it, but yes,
that was their attempt to get them to be like, hey, if you spend $60, if you have a Switch, you can pay $60 and play this game that we're trying to make, like the next level of Go. So the thing is, for most hardcore fans, I don't know if you remember social media at the time, but like when people found out about Let's Go, they're like, this looks like fucking shit. What the fuck? You're killing Pokemon. This is a step in the wrong direction. All that shit. Because like that's the thing is like Game Freak, who makes Pokemon, anytime they do any kind of change, like it's one of those. I'm trying to think of another fan base that does this. Whereas Star Wars is like, fuck you, like I want my old shit, like don't do that. Like I want my original 151 Pokemon, like don't you change a goddamn thing. Like
the other aspect that I saw was like one of the big hopes for somebody I listened to another podcast was like that they would have not your standard types to start of the game, and it looks like we are getting standard.
No, absolutely, 100%.
But then the point is, it goes right back to what you just said. Is there's the adamants, the people that are like, fuck you, you can't change this, and that's why.
And the thing is, I can criticize them at the same time. Like I admire them because like they're so passionate. Like right now, the hot thing to do on Twitter, like that's been trending at least since the Direct, was they have a chart of all the Gen starters. Like, and it's like you circle like what your favorite was, and like people are like, I'm fire all the way, or it's like I just picked the cutest characters, or it's like, whatever, like just random, I don't know, whatever. But it's like. And again, it's one of those things where, like, if it changed to, like, I don't know, like, poison, psychic, and fighting, again, people would lose their shit. Be like, you're changing division? What the fuck? Get the hell out. Like,
they would do that.
Flip the fuck out. So I think they're just considering random encounters part of that. And it's one of the things where I think that feedback gets to them, that most of the player base would be okay with it. They would consider in the main game, like, being like, okay, we'll give up random encounters, guys. Like, don't kill us.
Yeah. So, anyways, the game looks great to see. It actually, brought to life that world on the Switch with better graphics than your handheld. So I'm pretty psyched for this game actually myself. So I'll be playing it.
Sword or shield? Sword or shield?
Sword. Shield sword.
Okay.
Shield.
You would get this, Corey?
I can't believe they're still doing this.
Why not? This is
their selling.
I know. I just.
This is what they do.
Two versions of the same game. Just
I know. This is what they do. I'm not surprised at all that there was two versions of it. I mean, that's what I expected.
What's really funny though is somebody online like fake leaked this thing where like they're like, why is it just Sword and Shield? Because there's a third starter and there's always a third version. So somebody did Pokemon Gun and just like made it green, so go with the green. And this like apparently newspaper in like Europe or something actually picked it up and went with it.
God.
Like Pokemon Sword, Shield, and Gun.
Wow.
That Pokemon has a gun.
This is what Nintendo's doing to us.
Sounds like that banned episode from the anime.
Yeah. All right. What else? That was the only part of the Direct was Pokemon. Oh, coming late fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
fall 2019. And then most likely is that's when we're going to get the Switch revision for the year. And supposedly the rumor for that is it's not going to be the Pro model. It's going to be like the.
I was hoping for a Pro model.
Well, I think we'll get the Pro model.
Okay.
Relax. We will get the Pro model. But I think this year we're seeing the reduced price version for whatever reason, whether it's smaller screen size or whatever. It's going to be aimed at the children demographic. $200 price point mostly.
Well,
Do you think they would make one that doesn't dock at all?
No, because the thing is, it's just the USB port. To not include that would just be like
it's too much like part of the system too. Like it's the point of the system. It's like the DS without this dual screen.
It's like the 3DS without the 3D.
Yeah, well, no, but
yeah,
that was a feature I turned off. That was different.
I know, but that's
I mean, maybe here's the thing: it's Nintendo, so like, really, you can't rule anything out. It could just be like called like Switch Portable or like Switch like never docking, bitch. Like
my point that I was going to make before. I was going to make the point of the cheaper model is I think that system sold like incredibly well last year. Absolutely incredibly well, and it missed their sales target. So I think they overshot themselves with certain like what they thought they were going to sell through. And I think by getting that cheaper model out, they'll blow it apart. And that's what I think they're going to do, just to make that, not that they're not killing it, but just to like
kill it that more.
Yeah.
And that was the thing is, unfortunately, if you look at the first half of last year, Labo didn't take off, I'm sure, as much as they would have liked.
No.
And then just a couple key titles got delayed last year. Fire Emblem. I mean, that would have easily sold 1 million units, I'm sure, to the hardcore Fire Emblem people and stuff like that. So
you get a cheaper system to come out with Pokemon this year. I don't even understand how I don't even know how close the other two systems will be to this.
No. It's going to be a bad year for Microsoft. Less bad for Sony, but it's going to be a bad year for Microsoft.
That's why, they're just going to have to embrace their second gen, their next gen.
Like Benji from Reset Era, who's mostly posting on Twitter these days, he even said like, looking at the February numbers, like Microsoft, like Xbox fanboys are going to kill me for saying this, but it's going to be rough. Like, it's going to be down.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have here? We have.
What do you guys think of that Scalebound rumor, by the way? You think that's coming back?
I don't think that's true. No, they're working on another game already. I mean, how many games can they work on?
Well, supposedly aspects of Scalebound made their way into Astral Chain.
I will say that's possible, but I will say that Scalebound will not be out on the Switch because they're working on so many games already. They don't have there's no way they could do that.
I did hear a rumor.
They've been working on this like a bunch of games the whole time. They were working on Scalebound.
I did hear a rumor that there is another platinum title in development, though.
Ooh,
besides Bayonetta 3 and Astral Chain.
Okay. We'll see. Is it another movie property or TV property?
Don't know.
It would be cool.
It's another Switch game.
Oh, it would be cool. They brought us Thundercats. I don't know. I'm gonna call He-Man. Make it happen and make it good.
Sure.
All right. What else do we have? Respawn. Oh, Jedi Fallen Order. We have news for that will be premiering at Star Wars Celebration this year. So it'll be, what's that, May 4th? Is that May the 4th?
May the 4th be with you.
Is it on May the 4th, or is it? I don't know when it is exactly, but it's around there.
Pretty sure it's May the 4th.
Yeah.
Is it?
We'll get the title of the movie, episode 9, and we'll get. I don't think it's May the 4th actually, because it usually is. It's during the week. It's like a whole festival.
Almost never that.
Yeah, it's during the week because it's like a festival. It is. Google, help me out real quick. Of course not. Can you just give me the date? Give me the freaking number. I have no idea when it's going to be. So,
all right.
I'm trying to do it while we're doing this live, and that's where we're just gonna. And they split it up too, but April 11th through 15th.
April 11th to the 15th.
Oh, that's weird.
So yes, so it's an event. It's coming out. So we'll see that. We'll get. I think we're gonna get the episode 9 reveal as well. Title. So we'll have that there. But this will be cool. They did this to Battlefront 2. Actually, they premiered this at Star Wars Celebration as well, and that didn't end up well. But still, this could be really good because it's Respawn, and I hope they did a good job with it. So look forward to that. And lastly, Mike, you have DOA Season 6 Pass for $93. Is this real?
Yeah, and apparently it's not the first time they did something like this. I didn't know that, but I just saw this was reported.
How do you charge this much for a season pass?
There's like 60 something costumes in it and 2 characters. Now, to me, like that still sounds pretty shitty, but
It does sound insane.
People go crazy for those costumes. It's like $1.50 a costume when you break it down. So that's how they justify it. But yeah, it's out there. It's just interesting to see that this exists when we were talking about the price of games and DLC like last week.
Well, ridiculous DLC has always existed. It's just, and I think this came about because somebody fucking made a thread on it on Reset Era and fucking what is this? IGN picked this up. Was that it?
I've seen it everywhere.
Everyone picked it up. Yeah, Reset Era made a thread on it, but yeah, it's ridiculous. But they've done it before. I'm pretty sure DOA 5 season pass for that was expensive as shit. And I mean, whatever. It's for the ultra fan that literally wants every single costume in the game, like every single costume. I don't know.
How much are those fighters?
Gotta get those wedding dresses, man.
I just can't believe $93. I mean, you could call it. Why don't you sell the game the ultimate
thing
pack?
Is, Jim, like
and just do everything that way.
You would spend more.
That would be
buying
plus
individual.
60 plus 93 would be the game plus this pack. So
yeah, so why call this the season pass though? Because it's just costumes. Like it doesn't seem like it's
that's
a season pass.
It comes with 2 characters. I think you get 2 characters.
Yeah, 2 characters and like 60 something costumes. So I don't know. People go crazy for those costumes.
I know they do. I know it's Dead or Alive, but still, it's like.
I think it's the option for the people that know they.
Mike, if they didn't do this for Injustice 3, you wouldn't pay $60 for the DLC.
$93.
No,
or 90. Sorry,
I thought of Injustice with this because of the way that the gear system is. You can create way more costumes than that, and for nothing, pretty much.
Well, no, I'm saying if they took that away and we're like, oh, well, we could sell this season pass now.
No, not for the costumes. No, I don't care about costumes that much.
Okay, all right.
If it was something like 30 characters or something, I'd be like,
But at that point, it's not about the costumes. It's about supporting the team that made the game that you love.
No, it's not.
$93?
It's about buying what it is.
Extra? It's $153.
It's for the super fans. Like, I don't understand. Like, there's
editions. Again, like you're gonna go for the whale, and this is just getting directly to our very specific group of people. It's amazing that even exists and that like people will do it at all.
I thought they would sell the season pass as like the 2 fighter pack, and then you would get these costume pack as like its own thing. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, it doesn't seem like a season pass. I'm saying the title's wrong.
How much money do you think if you wanted to buy all the DLC for Train Simulator 2016 is? Just guess.
It's $60.
Anybody else want to make a guess?
What game was it?
Train Simulator 2016 on PC.
Was that a free
$150?
No. Nope. Higher.
Whew.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing. You buy this stuff individually.
When did the game come out?
2016, dude.
Oh, okay. So 3 years.
I'm saying, let's say the costumes are
3 years, and they can just throw a bunch of shit out there. If $300.
Nope, higher.
Holy shit!
I'm just saying, like,
what is the
costumes cost $300 a piece? That's like $180 right there.
I understand your point. I just say that the title of it is wrong. I'm not disputing the content because I know it's not for me, but I'm saying that the season pass should not be like you get all these costumes in the season pass. I think you should get levels and fighters and stuff like that. I think it's the content for me that's like it should be just a costume pack.
That's
a
what
costume
most
pack.
of their post-release content is.
Call it the costume pass. I don't care.
Oh no, but they threw the fighters in just to make it a little murky for people.
Yeah. That's true.
And when it comes to
answer the question,
Alive,
it's $3,000, by the
way.
Yeah, well, thank you, train fans, train foamers.
Yep.
But all right,
Dave,
and on that,
thank you.
And on that one, I think we're going to end episode 600. Jesus, feels like it. 436 of the Gamecast. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. And if you're watching us on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button. You can comment on our videos as well there. Please do. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.